Hey everybody out there, you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan. You're in my corner and I have a very special group guest in the corner. Would you like to unveil your secret identity to the masses out there?
Hello,
Hello,
we're Akai Sky.
from San Francisco, California. Woo!
Now we have quite a few people there. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves individually so people know who is who?
Sure, I'm Ryusei. I'm the singer for Akai Sky. Hey, I'm Hayashi. I'm the guitarist for Akai Sky.
I'm Umi. I'm the bassist of Akai Sky.
And I'm Jinra. I'm the drummer.
Awesome. So we have a whole group here. I feel overwhelmed. There's too many of them. They're,
Outnumbered.
they're surrounding me. Oh my God.
Feel whelmed.
But, for the listeners out there, it's very rare that we actually get to talk to many musical groups. So it's great to be able to hear about your experiences and, your stories, especially on how you came together, because I know that music sometimes just doesn't happen. So how did you guys initially all meet one another?
This is Umi. Hayashi and I actually went to school together, and that's actually how the band first started. It was, Hayashi, myself, and one of Hayashi's roommates. And we, didn't really start off playing music with the intention to play live, but then we just started doing it, and then, obviously we came up with a band name, and then kind of as things progressed, we realized that we couldn't stop, even when our or Hayashi's former roommate had to, leave the country. So we decided to move on ahead, and in 2008. Jinra and Ryusei joined us, and so that's completing our permanent lineup.
Awesome. So it seems like everything kind of meshed together, even if it took a little bit.
Yeah.
And now, how did you guys begin to define your style? Like, one of the hardest things I would think is, getting four people in a room together and trying not to fight about what you should do and what you shouldn't do.
Yeah, I mean, like being a band's like a four-way relationship, like even a marriage, where just try to imagine picking the same pizza topping among four friends. It's kind of like you just all need to work together and make compromises and just see what we can do to get the ship rolling in the right direction.
This is Ryusei. I mean, I think we're all trying to just make the best music we can. Actually, I think we're all pretty easygoing about the stuff we write, except Hayashi.
I would say myself as well. Like, I mean, Hayashi's pretty harsh on me. I think probably because we've known each other the longest. But there's been times where I've cried because I'm like, no, I really want to play this bass line. But yeah.
You think you seem like some kind of shadow king in the background, like pushing asses and stuff.
Well, it sounds like you guys get along pretty well, even through the fighting.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that the thing is that we're all heading towards the same goal. So sometimes we kind of forget that, which is when the infighting happens and when tantrums happen. But I mean, most of the time we get along really well. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that we've been playing together for 4 or 5 years now.
5 years.
Yeah, almost 5 years now. So basically, Ryusei took all my skinny years away from me. So.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, you can just stuff them in the basement when you're done with them, and then you're good. It's like a real marriage. No.
Oh dear.
But no, for one of the really interesting things is I was listening to your latest single, which, by the way, I love it. I absolutely love it. Just have to gush about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, we didn't actually have a single. We released a 4-track EP.
Hmm.
And I think probably Breakdown, the song that you're mentioning, that's the first song off the EP. But no singles yet.
Well, I like the entire thing, like the entire package. Though Breakdown was my favorite out of all four of them.
Yeah, I mean, like we put that as the first track because I mean it's kind of like a punch in the face.
Mm-hmm.
We lead with some hard driving rock, and I think it's a good representation of the kind of style we have here at Akai Sky.
Well, now, one of the things that I think is really interesting is that obviously you guys all speak English, but is there a reason for, working in Japanese?
Uh, I mean, I guess it's kind of a natural progression. Like this is Hayashi. Like I started listening to rock music in general because of Japanese rock music. So when I first started playing guitar, I mean that's the kind of music I listened to. So to me, it's kind of a natural progression to continue to play that kind of music. I didn't really think too deeply about, whether or not, playing Japanese rock music in America is, difficult or easy. It's just something that I enjoy doing. And then I was able to find other band members who kind of shared the same passion as I did. And I think we just, continued from there.
And then in hindsight, you realize that playing Japanese rock in America is hard.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I think it is difficult. This is Ryusei here. I mean, obviously, all of us are doing this because we get excited about Japanese rock music. But at the same time, like, it is, pretty different than what other people are doing. And I think people get interested in that when you tell them, oh, we're a Japanese rock band. They're like, oh, what's that, And a little bit more willing to check you out. If we were just doing, standard mainstream rock, we'd have to probably distinguish ourselves in some other way.
Well, and it really relates you to a community that's interested in that type of music as well, because a lot of anime fans, they get into Japanese music through anime. That's like their gateway. And so, it empowers you guys to be able to play at conventions and other events like that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely anime was my gateway into listening to Japanese music. I think I was listening to a kid and was watching some subbed anime, and then I heard some music, and actually at the time, I didn't really think that it was Japanese music. I just said, oh, this is cool music. What is this, And then as I got older, I continued to listen to that kind of music.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I feel like for a long time in Japanese anime, I wouldn't say necessarily the level of the music was higher, but it was taken a little bit more seriously than music for cartoons in America. And I think that's one of the things that excited me about the music. I think America animation, people are starting to take it a little more seriously, and music and animation are starting to catch up a little bit. But yeah, that was just really exciting back in the day to hear these great songs over an exciting show.
Well, now you guys have been able to perform for anime fans before. How is that experience in general?
I think, generally speaking, anime fans are very open-minded and are interested in hearing music with Japanese lyrics, because I think, again, like, they've had that exposure to Japanese language before. So when they hear the music live, I mean, it must be, a pretty cool experience for them to see it up and personal.
I mean, I've definitely gone to see Japanese rock bands and, American J-rock bands at conventions myself. And I know that, I mean, just as a musician, it's probably a little bit different, but I just like seeing live music. So there's so much energy there.
Yeah, I can kind of understand that from when we DJ at events. Like we'll DJ live at events, and there's like this constant of having to get everybody's energy up.
Yeah.
It's like you have to actually, like be like, hey, yes, go, yes, clap, this, that, to get people to sort of like dance or jig or whatever with you. Do the chicken dance. And
yes, I love the jigging band.
I think that's the really fun part of it too, is that you get that experience and you wouldn't have that, like, say, in a studio or when you guys are just jamming together, however you do it, whether it's in a basement or a garage or in the kitchen, who knows.
Yeah, I know. We're really proud of our new EP that we came up with, but I think primarily we think of ourselves as a live band, and that, relationship of, playing on a stage and interacting with an audience is the thing that is kind of really draws me to music personally. It's really weird, like, to have kind of you're not speaking to each other, but you have this connection.
I can understand that, though that does bring up a question when you guys are trying to form something new. Like, how does it happen? Does somebody get the inspiration and goes to everybody else like, "Hey, I just thought of something." Like, do you guys kind of jam on stage and figure out something from there, or how does that go?
Usually our songwriting process, we work collaboratively, so usually one of us has a core idea. For me personally, in this Hayashi, like, I kind of write songs based around riffs or melodic lines, and from there I kind of then go to Umi and be, hey, this is a little bit of guitar I have, like, can you write a bass line that's kind of in this vein? And then we kind of work together and get that down, in some kind of electronic form, and then again we just pass it on to the other band members, like, hey, Jinra, like, what kind of drum beat would be good here? Hey, well, how about you add your drums here? And then once we have like that kind of framework, we might approach Ryusei like, hey, Ryusei has all this in the band. So hey, can you put together a melody line? And he might just come across some placeholders, and from there we can kind of jam it out in the studio. But we usually work together and try to combine our parts to make a better sum for the whole.
It's interesting, though. This is Ryusei. I mean, I do feel like we do a lot. It is very collaborative, the writing process, but I feel like a lot of it happens offline, handing stuff back and forward, giving feedback. We don't tend to write, like, so much in the studio, like jamming together, which I think is interesting. We do jam and just make up stuff on the spot. If you've ever seen one of our Sky of the Month fan videos, generally we come up with those songs more or less on the spot together. But yeah.
That's really interesting that you guys work in sort of a telephone sort of way, like you're constantly playing telephone to give people different sort of sections of what you're working on.
We use a lot of like software tools on our computer, and we just kind of pass around the files. That way, we can make changes and kind of look at it and compare it to what it used to be to see whether or not it's heading in the right direction.
I know for me, I think one of the reasons why that process works well is I tend to need to listen to a song a bajillion times before I can kind of imagine what the bass line should sound like. So I think that kind of helps me with my process, just so I'm not having Hayashi standing there live playing the same part over and over and over and over and over again.
He'd be like, "Can I stop? My fingers are bleeding."
Right.
Well, now, for the listeners out there who want to pick up your latest EP, where can they do that?
Currently, it's available at akaisky.bandcamp.com. So that our portals, you can either download our EP and our previous EP as a digital format in high quality in whatever format you'd like, and then you can also order the CD version there that will ship out to you. CD version is $5 plus shipping, obviously. And then soon you'll actually be able to download it in a bunch of, places where you would normally buy digital music, Google Play, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, others like that. It's a really long list.
Well, now, one thing that I really liked about it was I like the album art. Very much got the point across.
Oh, right. You say design that, yeah.
How did it come about? I think.
Oh my gosh, that took us so long.
We actually slayed across even the name of the EP, Heart Attack. It took us quite a long time. I mean, while we were actually recording the songs, we still hadn't decided what the name of the EP should be. I think
the word heart came up just randomly during the recording when we were messing around, and I think we like the concept of heart, the idea that we were communicating something really important to us, and just emotion-wise, and then we kind of bounced it around from there. Art-wise, we spent a whole afternoon just trying to figure out what the cover was going to look like, and
I think we just want something in the shape of a heart, like not necessarily a heart per se, but something in that shape, and then
I think we just stumbled upon the idea of a word cloud accidentally, and we're like, that's it. That's what we're doing.
So then we usually, took that idea in Photoshop and then took all the lyrics, all the key lyrics from all the songs on the EP in order to create that silhouette of a heart that's on the album right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a word collage of a heart for people who haven't seen it.
Well, now, for the listeners out there who might be interested in what the songs mean, because obviously music has a tendency to be able to translate past words, but will you guys ever be posting, English translation of the lyrics?
Yeah, I think inside the booklet, didn't you provide?
That's the Japanese lyrics, but you know what? We should be posting the English translation to our lyrics as well as the Japanese version, and maybe even a Furigana version.
Yeah, if you want to do.
Not Furigana, but
No, Furigana is great.
But yeah, I mean, I think in the past we've had translations of our songs up online before, so I think not yet for the current EP, but I mean something that we definitely should do in the coming weeks.
That would definitely be interesting, I think, for especially for fans too who are learning Japanese. They love looking at that sort of thing and comparing them. So we've had a few listeners talk about that in the live chat when we've mentioned you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. If they have a particular song that they'd like to, have the Romaji or translation for first, I don't know, send them to our Facebook and have them let us know what they'd like to see.
Now, all you guys, you heard that. Now you get to stalk them on Facebook in a nice way. Don't be creepy. If you're creepy, then it's my fault. I don't like that.
I like a little bit of creepiness. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine with it. Okay, then at least one of them is okay with you being creepy. So, well, for the really dedicated creepers out there, is there any, events that they can see you guys perform at next?
Yeah, actually, on April 13th, we will be playing at the San Francisco Cherry Blossom Festival at 12:30 p.m. So if you're local to us and in San Francisco, that's our next show. And there's also...
Yeah, a little further out, like May...
Yes, of course.
That's first in May, huh? Yeah. Like the first Saturday in May, we're actually playing at UC Davis at Daikon. So for anime fans out there who are also in the area, May 4th? Yeah, May 4th, they can definitely check us out there.
And I'm sure the fans can keep up to date on any future events via your social media and your website, correct?
Yeah, definitely. You can look us up at facebook.com/AkaiSky. And there, we're always posting information about, music, gigs, and you can always reach out to us individually on Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm. And our website is akaisky.com, and through the website, people can sign up for our mailing list. So that's like a really easy passive way to kind of get updates on our shows, because we do a mailing every month.
Yeah, but we'd really encourage people to come to the Facebook, like the band, but to just participate in the conversations that we have there. There's a lot of fun stuff that goes on. A lot of joking, a lot of embarrassing Hayashi pictures.
And we post ridiculous things, too.
Well, it's nice that you guys are so friendly and fun about it versus, like, this is private. Nope. Because we get that a lot. Well, now, for what... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like to keep things pretty public and just up there because, me personally, I'm very touched that our fans even care about us, I guess. For me as a music listener, it takes a lot for me to reach out to another band and talk with them or to buy their music or go to their shows. So for our fans to, do that, come to our shows and buy our music and care about what we do is actually very touching. So the least I can do is to, reach back to them and talk to them.
Yeah, and when you have an open communication, you can get constructive criticism and you can get people that love you. And obviously with the internet, you can get people that don't so much love you. But at the same time, all feedback is good feedback.
Yeah, sure.
And now, since we're nearing the end of this interview, I was wondering if you guys would be willing to participate in a 91.8 The Fan tradition.
Yeah, what is it?
Basically, we ask everyone whether they're a voice actor or not, if they'd be willing to do a radio bump for us. However, I don't know how this is going to work with 4 people, so this will be fun.
We're probably going to have to do a little bit of rehearsing and timing.
Well, that's okay, because everybody gets to hear your blooper. That's the fun part. We basically ask if you could say, hello, my name is, so you would, I guess, say what part you are in the band and your name and go down a list, and then you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
So how about we do hi, I'm Yusei, I'm Hayashi.
We should probably say Akai Sky first, and then...
No, we can go individually and go, and we're Akai Sky, and you're listening to
91.8 The Fan.
91.8 The Fan. So you're tuned in to 91.8 The Fan.
Got it.
Sorting out the logistics here.
Okay, whenever you're ready, we're recording, so I'll leave it to you.
Do we get more than one chance?
Yes, you get more than one chance if you screw up.
Okay. All
right. Hi, I'm Ryusei.
Hi, I'm Hayashi.
Hi, I'm Umi.
Hi, I'm Jinra.
And
we're Akai Sky. You're tuned into 91.8 The Fan.
That wasn't terrible.
No, that went actually really good. I was really surprised. Because when we try with multiple people, it's usually really horrible. But I think you're all in the same room together, so you get a chance to like look at each other for cues, which makes it a lot easier.
Oh yeah.
We weren't actually looking at each other at all.
The phone won't give you cues. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Well, since thank you for that. But is there anything else that you guys would like to tell the listeners? Any words of wisdom, what the weather is like, or any dating advice, anything like that?
Dating advice, wow, lofty.
I'm not sure. Dating advice. Be confident, be charismatic, and be yourself.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. If you have all three, you always hit a home run. Always. I don't know.
Now, can you guys top him? Or is he the pimp of the group?
I'm not going to go there,
Yeah.
but we do have a lot of people coming to us asking for musical advice, how to start their own bands, be a better singer, things like that. And I mean, one piece of advice that I've been given pretty recently was that if you're going to be a musician or an artist of any sort, you have to allow yourself to suck, because you're going to suck some of the time, if not a lot of the time. And if you just don't let yourself do that, if you don't keep, writing music or whatever it is that you do, you're not going to get to the good stuff.
Yeah. And also, especially in the band, you just need to find the right people. I mean, as long as you all share the same vision, you can get there together. But no matter how, technically great each band member is, how great the songs are, if you're not heading in the right direction or, working together as a group, then it doesn't really have a goal that you can reach together. So it's probably only advice I can give.
Pass.
Pass! But yeah, advice.
For me, if you want to learn an instrument, there shouldn't be anything that's stopping you from learning an instrument. The excuse I hear most is, I don't have the time to play guitar, I don't have the time to play drums, but that's pretty much BS. if you want to play something, you make the time for it.
And that was the tough love minute from Jinra.
Yeah, so if you really want to do something, you just go ahead and do it. That's all I can say.
We'll just take this band and then we'll give them like a radio hour where they just give advice. Done deal.
Yeah. I know. It's like, hi, this is Hayashi. Yeah. So what? Oh, well, maybe you should leave a letter in her locker.
Maybe it's just not that into you.
Senpai noticed me.
What you do is meet him on the roof and give him the katsusan, and then tell him that you've always been watching him from afar. No?
Then you chop him in the throat.
This is not school days, all right?
So awkward. If you were to really become a radio DJ, Hayashi, you'd need a better name than just DJ Hayashi.
My DJ name would be DJ Pat McGavin.
What?
All right.
Pat McGavin. Or that or DJ BDM Shady. Which one do you want?
No.
I've heard worse from trainees, so I can't make too much of a stink about it.
Cool.
Well, no, thank you guys very much. Is there anything else that you guys want to say? I just want to make sure that everybody said their piece because I know that we're working with 4 different people.
No worries. Well, I would definitely recommend to visit either our Facebook, our Bandcamp, or our website and take a listen to our new EP. We worked really hard on it. It's totally an evolution of our sound. It's our second EP, so definitely check it out. And we hope that your listeners, that we can meet them someday at a show or a convention near them.
I'm sure you will because our listeners are spread out far and wide across the U.S. and other places of the world. I wish I knew where all of them were, and then I would go stalk them and give them a hug, and then they would ask, who is this crazy lady at my door? But no, thank you guys so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
And for anybody out there that missed any of this interview, shame on you, but don't fret. It'll be up on the website within the next few days, so keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want and nothing you don't.